Hey, everybody, welcome back to this episode of Crusher's Corner, where we're going to be talking about the AWW show on March 3rd, 2023. Tonight, I am joined by my co host, Ian Quick. Welcome to the show, Ian.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here in Crusher's Corner.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it nice? They redid The Office for us, and now it's actually like
I like
really
the
good.
padded chairs, actually.
I
Oh
think
my.
it's the first thing Wolf's done good in a while.
Hey, yeah, and we can't escape from the Wolf slander, it seems. But
We got a great show coming up on the 3rd, and Ian and I are going to talk about these matches that will be happening on Friday. Now, I know the show's a little bit late. I bet a lot of you are like, "Wait, why is this on Friday?" Well, I was sick, and plus it worked better for our interview tonight, so that's why you're gonna see this show on Friday. We'll see how it does. If you guys like it on Friday, let us know in the comments down below, and we'll keep it on Fridays possibly.
can you imagine a pre-show? I can imagine that pre-show.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get into match one, where we're gonna have Jeff and Schwinn versus the Empires of Pain, Aaron Silver and Ben Riley. Now that's going to be an interesting match coming up because we don't see enough of the Empires of Pain, and I feel like we definitely don't see enough of Jeff and Schwinn.
We keep having to like either suspend their grounds or better yet, they just like it just depends on their booking too. Because the Empire Pain, they don't care about wins or losses. They care about hurting people, bringing in the pain. They're literally their name. It's
Yeah.
all written and right in ink, right on the paper on their contract. But they've been getting a little too pushy as of late. They've been getting a little too comfortable with hurting their opponents and putting them on the shelves. And we've been very lucky to have the past few matches where that hasn't been the case, but it seems like it's caught them in the shuffle.
Yeah, now I gotta say, I'm kind of a fan of the Empires of Pain because we all know how weak Jeff is. Jeff took that, apron pile driver, and he was out for quite a while. So, that just kind of tells me where Jeff is strength-wise as a whole, so I don't see them winning it.
I wouldn't knock Jeff and Schwinn though, because if the Empire's Pain still have that mentality of they don't care about winning, they don't care about losing, they just want to hurt the opponent, sure. Where in wrestling, you are going to hurt your opponent. You're going to do by any means necessary. But if you don't care about winning, you are less likely to win.
Mm, possibly, but I think they're gonna exploit Jeff's weakness in this one.
You never know. We'll find out on Friday.
So I'm gonna give my vote to the Empires of Pain, and I'm guessing you're going with Jeff and Schwinn?
I'm going by that by technicality, yes.
Alrighty. Well, that's match 1 summed up. Let's go ahead and get into match 2, where we're gonna have Max Cannon versus Linty.
Two of some of the most over wrestlers that AEW has to offer. Max Cannon, who hasn't been on his luck as of late, especially with that feud, would we call it? And
Yeah.
things didn't turn out well since that tag team of that specific faction just won the AEW tag team titles. So Max Cannon has a chance to get back into the singles groove against one of the most over men in AWW himself, mainly the beard, mainly the get up, mainly the attitude, Linty.
Man, I love watching Linty wrestle. Not only does he have a great sense of style, but his move choices and his ability to fight put him at an elite level, even though we don't see him get those matches.
We could very much see an even fight here.
It's possible. I don't know. I just can't give it to Max Cannon though.
You can't? Interesting.
No. I don't think we've seen enough winning out of him lately. In
I
fact,
feel
we haven't
like
even seen much of him at all.
that's true. But knowing him personally, I feel like if there's any chance he could pull off the upset, and I feel like he should be given the benefit of a doubt.
Well, we'll have to see what happens on Friday, aka today for those who are watching.
Yeah.
Um I'm gonna have to go with Linty on this one.
All right, one on Lindsay, one on Max Cannon.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and talk about match 3 then. We're gonna have Iceman versus Taikyono Red. Now, normally, I would go with Ty Red on this one, but we have seen a whole new side of Iceman that is frightening. We have seen a very angry Iceman come into the ring and destroy his opponents, throw them around like they're dolls in that ring. Now, that anger alone could be enough to defeat Taikuno, as Taikuno is pretty much going against the Hulk in this one.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on this because, however, as much as Taikuno should be completely ready, focused onto his match, I don't think he can. After what we saw in the previous show, the Taikuno brothers completely imploded on each other right before our very eyes. Put that in the mix, Iceman is just tired dad energy. He is sick of everyone's shit and he's going to
Mhm.
start lashing out. And after what happened with Onyx, he is sure to lash out at anybody deserving that gets in his way.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I guess that's going to kind of put our votes both on Iceman.
Yeah, very much so. As much as I want to give it to Taikuno, I fear he might not have this edge.
Right. Well, that's going to take us to match 4, where we're going to see a sneak peek of the tag team title match. We're going to have Turbs versus Hairy Thighs versus Hunter from Selfish Generation. Now, this is going to be singles from the Tax Collectors, TB12, and Selfish Generation in this match, which we will see
Hmm.
them at Sozin's Comet coming in only a couple weeks. Now, this is going to be a powerhouse match between the 3, and I don't know, I think this is Turbs to win, not just because I enjoy the Tax Collectors, but his pure strength, his size, his ability to just dominate opponents in the ring. I don't see Harry or Hunter standing up to him.
I appreciate both TB12 and the Tax Collectors. Both are very formidable tag teams, a rivalry in their own sense because it's like an ongoing battle to see who can rise above the other, surpassing each other. It's like a very healthy rivalry. But then put them in singles matches, and that's where things will fumble about. Now, you're talking about a tag partner from each opposite team in a triple threat match against a man who is tag team champion. However, we have seen what he is made of in the singles division, and it was all because of that Claymore kick. One boot to the jaw, and you're donezo, and it happens from out of nowhere. You could never see it coming at all, and it's powerful. It will knock your lights out. So I fear Hunter might get the edge on this one.
Yeah. Now I have something to annotate on. So there hasn't officially been an announcement uh of a tag championship match, but knowing how Wolf operates, I bet it's gonna happen. Watch, I'm calling it right now. It's going to be TB12 trying to get their redemption versus Selfish Generation, but there's no way tax collectors won't be involved in it.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere along the road it'd be decided to be a complete all out royal. Like it's not a royal, but I'm talking free for all three tag teams fighting for those belts. I wouldn't be surprised. It's about to be hell on earth for the tag division.
Oh yeah. 100%. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Turbs on this one. Who are you putting your
I'm
money on?
I'm putting my money on Hunter. And it's because of that Claymore and because of his feats as a singles competitor before he went back with Selfish Generation.
Alrighty, well, we'll have to see how this one turns out, but I have a feeling I know how it's going to turn out.
Mm.
Let's go ahead and get into match 5, where we're going to have Camo versus Berserker, aka Toby Maguire, aka Sylvester
Oh,
Stallone,
yeah.
aka Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll take that one.
Now, we saw what Camo did last week, and boy, did he mess up Saigon. Now
I
we're going to see Berserker go one-on-one versus Camo, which this is back-to-back main events for Camo. And we know how Camo operates during main events. He does not disappoint. Do you think this is some kind of punishment for Berserker?
um I don't think so. Only because while you're correct on Camo being a formidable adversary, I'm talking like in his in a way, he's also a berserker, just without the name, right? We've seen how dangerous
Mhm.
he can be when pissed off, but it's not a switch that he has a control over. As much as I thought he would, he doesn't. And there's been times where he's failed against the likes of Kevin Brooks, he's failed against the likes of other superstars that he could have easily overcame. Unless he has that switch, I feel like Berserker could completely get the edge on him. And it could be an upset. It could be almost one-sided. You never know. But Camo would need to step on the gas pedal and get a control of that switch.
It's possible, but I don't think we've seen enough wins from Berserker. Sure, he's won, what, 3 of his last matches, but I still don't have faith in him.
Honestly, this might be his first loss in AWW going in. Like
Well,
this might be the
first loss
one.
in a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
Um, we'll have to see about that, but for right now, I can't put my money on him. I gotta go with Camo.
I might go with Camo as well because it's an experience factor, and you never know if that switch does get switched, even if accidentally. Berserker's going to be in for a ride of his lifetime. He's going to see what it's like to be in AWW.
Yeah, and especially after that big win, last week, I can't doubt
Oh my
Camo.
God, Saigon got torn apart. I can't even put it into words how horrifying that looked. But it was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, it was. Now, I have a big introduction to bring you all. One of my favorite wrestlers on AWW from my favorite tag team is going to be our guest tonight. I have Turbs coming onto the show. Welcome, Turbs.
How you doing, guys? How you doing?
Pleasure to have you here.
Oh yeah, very thankful to have you on the show. I've been wanting to get you guys on one of these shows for a while, but with how the show was set up last time, probably better you guys waited until this time.
You know how tax season gets, man. It gets real busy. Sorry, Omega couldn't make it tonight.
Oh yeah,
Busy,
it happens. He's probably preparing for the next matches, getting your guys' game plan going. You know,
yeah, he's a perfectionist, so
oh yeah, and like I don't know, is that kind of like distincting the roles a little bit where Styled Omega is kind of like the mastermind of the group, and then you are kind of like that bodyguard, that real tough, real strong guy?
but I think it's more like he likes to plan out things, and I'm more of like the freestyle, whatever's clever type of guy.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it just like whenever you step into the ring, it's like bringing in the enforcer. Like
Yeah,
Omega
yeah,
is very smart, and then you come in and you just dominate.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I think that works out so greatly for you guys.
No, I feel like I have to impose my will because Omega rats me, I got to rap for him, man.
Oh yeah. Now, I want to ask you about this match coming up. It's going to be you versus Harry versus Hunter. Harry having just lost the belt, with Hunter recently gaining the belt.
Hmm.
Like, what goes through your mind when you see that you're put into this match?
Well, I just feel like it's a mismatch. These guys really think they can. It's tax season, you know. After tax season, we dominate. First of
Oh yeah.
all, Harry lies. He's all right. I respect him. You know, he had a nice run. And punter, you know, he's gonna get punted around.
Heck yeah, I can't wait to see it. Now, if you guys win this match, do you think that Avatar will give you guys a shot at the title?
Well, if you want me to leave him a nice bag of weed in his mailbox, then he better.
For all legal authorities watching this, that was a joke. But,
In
honestly,
Canada, it's legal.
I'm hoping that that will be the case. I would love to see you guys actually get that shot to hold that belt. It's what you guys deserve, and I think you guys have already proved that once.
Well, yeah, we champions in our own mind already, man. That's all we feel like we deserve it.
Yeah, and I can't blame you for thinking that. Well, I shouldn't even say thinking. I should say knowing that.
Yeah, I've no doubt in our mind we gonna dominate.
And
We
now
going every.
that
I'll
brings on the
continue.
question: after you
Hmm.
do get the belt, what's next?
What's next?
Yeah, because we know you'll end up with it again someday. But when you have it, what will be next for the tax collectors?
Um, I'm going for the Grand Slam.
Ooh, so going for a little bit more gold?
Yeah.
Well, I would love to see that. I'm guessing you would go for the heavyweight championship?
I think I've been there already, man. I think it's Omega's turn.
Well, hey, either way, I think it would work out perfectly. I would love to see you and Omega have all 3 belts. That would be the dream scenario in my eyes for AWW.
Uh, we keep the lights on, anyways, man. Those tap collectors, we put on a show every night.
Oh, yeah. And now I feel like that's gonna end up closing it up for our interview. Is there any last thing you wanna say to all the fans in AWW?
Well, I got one thing to say. Dickless generation, you fucked up. Don't you ever interfere in my match again. You guys, like, I'm coming for you. That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
God
And there you
damn.
have it. The aggression is shown, rightfully so. And that is going to wrap up our show for Crusher's Corner. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, I had Ian Quick and Turbs on the show tonight. Now, just a reminder before we go, if you like the video, go ahead and show it by hitting that like button down below. Leave a comment. This week, I want you guys to let me know, should the tax collectors get a shot at the belt? Go ahead and tell me down below. Hit that subscribe button so you can see the next episode of Crusher's Corner. And don't forget to tune in what will be today, Friday, March 3rd, on Twitch for AWW. Thanks for watching so much. You guys have a good rest of your day.
Oh, oh.